beautiful.
And we welcome you again to Dan Herrenfield, Miracle League of Arizona, OBombers, Las Vegas Wifflers. Welcome to Scottsdale. BLW Playoffs begins next. And indeed, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream for BLW Playoffs here at Miracle League of Arizona. My name is Sam Skibby, alongside some fellow Missouri brethren. I'm with my own brother, Gus Skibby, and Josh Wheeler. Gus, Josh, thanks for joining me in the booth for game number 1 of BLW Playoffs.
Yes, Sam, thank you. It's a blistering hot day today, but we are...
What YouTube is commentating right now, or is it both? Nice radio voice.
We're live right now, too.
If we lose, I'm gonna try and slide in here with you.
And James Stein sliding in on the...
Sliding in. You John Sterling session. Well, you know, Susan.
All right, and Gus, yes, thanks for joining. And Josh, thanks for joining as well in the booth. We'll be in the booth kind of all day today, kind of getting through these matchups. And the first one's a big play-in game.
Yep. Yeah, no, this is going to be an awesome day. Looking forward to it. And I don't think we could start off with a better matchup here.
Yeah, both these teams earning their spot in the BLW playoffs. Las Vegas Wifflers obviously getting far in multiple tournaments, and the OBombers making it to the playoffs in just one. The OBombers were actually not the first invite to this playoffs, as the winning team, the OTR on the rise, couldn't make it out, so OBombers slid into place, and they are looking to make a splash with this 3-man lineup. It looks like it's going to be up. Big Steve Tripsis on the mound for Las Vegas Wifflers. The 3-man lineup for the OBombers will include Sylvie Serrano. You also have James Stein and James Lee, the double James.
And Sam, this is a 5-inning game, is that correct?
5-inning game. First pitch coming from Steve Tripsis, and here we go, folks. Thanks for joining us on YouTube for BLW, and it's a big one. Strike one.
First pitch, screwball strike.
Love this facility, Josh. I mean, it's going to be a hot one today, but we're kind of in this nice booth. And I feel like once the sun gets close to over those mountains you see on the horizon, we are going to be in for a blistering sunscreen here.
Yep, and if it's anything like the Miracle Field...
And that'll do.
Wow. If it's anything like the Miracle Field in St. Louis that we play at, it gets hot on that surface.
That Mondo surface, obviously great for wheelchairs, and the same thing across Miracle Leagues across the country. So Miracle League is where our home league in Missouri plays in. James Stein up with a runner on first. Goes back to the screwball for Steve Tripsis.
So those of you that are unaware, that hit that went back to the pitcher, he bobbled it. Second pitch fouled off. He bobbled it, and since he bobbled it and it touched the ground, it is an automatic single. If he would have fielded it cleanly, he would have to throw B back to the backstop to get the out. There's no base running.
No base running, but we'll try to keep it updated on the scoreboard for you on... Ooh, just missed. Wiffle ball can move in many different directions, and these are the best in the world to do it. James Stein with his Shut Up Stein podcast, recently been talking a lot about BLW. Big proponent of BLW. Las Vegas Wifflers, one of the more successful franchises in wiffle ball history. Constantly up there in national tournaments, placing in top 8s, top 4s. No stranger to winning here in BLW, obviously. They were the champions last year for the BLW League. Strike 3 for Steve Trips' second out. First out.
First out. Runner on first. And up steps James Lee, the third batter in the lineup of only 3 batters.
James Lee didn't hit as much in his first appearance in LA, and then he came to Dallas and actually played for the team that he's playing against right now. So this is kind of a full circle moment for James Lee. He played with the Wifflers in Dallas, and then in LA played against them.
Yep.
Oh, great
pitch.
pitch. First pitch that we've seen him throw was a flat riser.
You know, Steve wants to get out of that sun early. It's already blistering on his head right there.
How can you tell, Sam?
Sweat is beaming down, reflecting right off of his head.
Oof. Great
Didn't miss by
low
much.
pitch. Many hitters would swing at that.
It's going to be interesting to see how he navigates pitching against a 3-man lineup. You don't see that a lot, so it's going to get a lot of looks off of his arm.
Strike 3, got him again, second out. And I will tell you, this is a team that has one of the best pitchers in the country in Jordan Bonet. He's out there in the outfield right now. They're taking a risk. They're going Steve. Steve is no slouch on the mound, don't get me wrong. But this is a one-and-done playoff series. I mean, if Sylvie gets a hold of one here, if he gets a bases-clearing double, I mean, anything can happen where they could surprise somebody. And James Lee has the arm capability to surprise this Las Vegas Wifflers team.
Great pitch, 0-1.
Sylvie, a former national champ, reigning national champ as well right now. So, former national champ. Excuse me.
He's been around the game for a long time.
Very much so.
A lot of players on these teams have been around the game for a long time.
Very experienced squads right here. It hits one
Right back to the mound.
It looked like it hit his foot, but I
And
guess
a
not.
Fielding play to
And
end the
that'll
top
do.
of the first.
Bottom of the first we go. Steve gets out of it there after the leadoff airish single for Sylvie Serrano. And we'll be back for the bottom of the first right after this. And back at it, James Lee looking like he is going to be taking the mound. You expected this. Sylvie Serrano can also throw. But if James Lee can give them a couple really good games here, then they can save Sylvie for Tuesday if they make it that far. James Lee pitched all 3 games for the OBombers, and they tied every single game in LA on the back of his arm. 0-0 games and 1-1 games.
He's got a young arm.
Young arm.
Electric, quick pitches. We're excited to see how he does here.
California native, James Lee. This is the biggest stage I think he's pitched in his career in the play-in game of BLW playoffs. Why don't we take a look at the regular season standings for BLW right now. As you can see, the LA Naturals winning 3 of the 4 tournaments, 20-2 overall, an astonishing 35 points that you see there. Arizona Saguaros, they are the number 2 seed, kind of their home field, I guess you could say, here in Arizona. The New York Green Apples, you'll see them in a little bit, and they were in the 3 seed. They'll be facing off against the 6-seeded Las Vegas Scorpions. Excuse our error on the graphic there.
Quick question.
We have a question.
As an outfielder, can I?
And we have the Boston Harbor Hawks are playing the Dallas Pandas.
That's right.
Is that the next game?
It's the next
That's
game.
the next game.
It's going to be an exciting matchup there. You know, that could go. Everybody's predicting these matchups. A lot of pundits in the wiffle ball world have been putting out their graphics of who they think is going to move on. And I feel like that's such a split.
Yes.
The Boston Harbor Hawks and the Dallas Pandas and the Green Apple Scorpions game. It feels like it's a toss-up for either of these teams. So
It's going to be a great day here at Miracle League of Arizona.
And I will say, Josh, we talked about how the weather was nice this morning, but you could already feel the Arizona weather ramping up a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see how this feels in a little bit of time.
Yeah, for sure.
And still warming up James Lee. This is one of those things, there's a lot of warm-up time for a lot of these pitchers. Definitely needing it, especially when some of these pitchers are going to be throwing one game full out to get that win for their team. Coming up Saturday, April 11th, we will have the inaugural BLW draft. It'll be live on YouTube. We'll be recording from Scottsdale, Arizona. Yours truly will be in Arizona for the draft. And they'll be going through the picks and breaking them down. It's going to be exciting to see how the 2 rounds play out. So many applicants applied to be a part of BLW in the second year. It's going to be very, very exciting to see who goes number 1 in the BLW draft.
Very exciting. Some of the best players in the country have registered for the draft.
Absolutely wild.
So it'll be really exciting to see where all these players land.
Jay Ventresca will be leading it off for the Las Vegas Wifflers. James Lee, first pitch, outside. No wild pitches. Obviously, you wouldn't need it right now anyway, but little sportsmanship, checking out the zone. Sometimes these zones can look a little wonky because the inside tin is a little bit curved right now, a little bit sideways compared to the outside piping.
2-0, screwball high.
James Lee's got to settle in here.
There it is. James has some nice movement on his pitches.
And we faced him, and I tell you what, it comes in a lot faster when you're in the box. And it's a late movement, throws very hard. But Jay Ventresca, probably one of the more experienced hitters in the entire playoff field.
Yes.
And he's in the play-in game. And there's shows it right there. We got a full count here. 3-2.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but these teams are playing in this play-in game. To make it to the World Series, they have to play 3 games today, correct?
3 games to make it there. After this, the winner will face off against the Arizona Saguaros, and if they beat the number 2 seed, then they have to face off again against the 3 and 6 matchup, which is the Green Apples and Scorpions. And a leadoff walk for Jay Ventresca. The experience plays there. Runner on first, and Jordan Bonet, the star of this Las Vegas Wifflers team, one of the best pitchers in the country and turning into a great 2-way player as well.
Yeah, when you think of the Las Vegas Wifflers, Sam, instantly your mind goes to Jordan Bonet.
Yeah.
But they have experience unlike any other team, and they're going to make some noise today.
There are a lot of people are predicting them not only to win this game, but they're expected to make it all the way to the finals.
We've seen some predictions online, and they have the Wifflers going to the finals, and most of those. Playing the Naturals, of course, and the predictions. Which
is granted, It's an opportunity for them to continue to prove that they deserve to be on this stage. James Lee, though, wanting to prove it himself.
0-2. 2 no swings from Bonet to start the count.
It's the first at bat. Just settle in here. Waste pitch there for James Lee. Smart to go out of the zone. Just looks warm out there on that surface. The double play triangle is ginormous here.
Yeah, great
bottom zone.
Great pitch.
Out number 1 for James Lee after the leadoff walk. Both leadoff batters coming aboard for their teams. Pitcher Steve Tripsis on up to the plate.
Interesting, Steve, with the one glove approach to his batting gloves. You don't see that very often.
Huh. Did not even notice that. I'm not a batting glove guy, but if I did, I think I'd wear 2.
I'm kind of with you there, Sam.
Big swing from Steve. Steve was
upset about that one. He
Steve
wants that
was
back.
smoking balls over the second fence and BP practice this morning, so I think he is ready to go.
Ooh, great pitch, number 2.
Pipe it up indeed for James Lee. 1-2 here.
Now the OBombers. What does that name come from, Sam? Do you have any idea?
No, I do not. I think it's it's an airplane as their logo. The bomber.
Oh,
Wow,
great
took
change up.
something off there. Strike 3, out number 2. Runner stays on first base. Here comes Adam Bonet. Shout out Debbie if you're watching. Debbie, we were told to give you a shout out for watching, not only for the scoreboard but also the commentary. We heard you're going to appreciate it.
We've heard Debbie gets confused sometimes when
there's
she
no
doesn't
scoreboard.
When she doesn't know the score.
Yeah.
And we're here to help you, Debbie.
And that is warranted because there are so many people out there that try to watch things with no base runners, and the scoreboard's going to help, commentary's going to help all day. Looks like it was low. James Lee calling low on that one. Gotta love that sportsmanship there. Want to know your counts. Every hitter has hit in this first inning now, has gotten at bat. Big swing on the outside drop ball.
He liked that one back.
I think he wants that one back more. That was down the middle on the drop ball.
Just a tad behind on it. He'll adjust. Here we go, big pitch here. Here we go, big pitch here from James Lee.
Just up for James Lee. 2-2 count, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Tommy Hernandez will also be joining us in the booth in a little bit. The increasingly growing in fame, Tommy Hernandez. Big
low
pitch from
number
James.
3.
That'll do it, folks. First inning in the books here as we head to the top of the second inning. OBombers, Las Vegas Wifflers tied at And we're back for inning number 2, top of the second inning. James Stein to lead it off.
That was disgusting.
Great first pitch.
Little slurve there.
Yeah, it was like a slide drop.
Yeah, that was a wild pitch from Steve Tripsis there. Strike 1 to James Stein to
again.
lead it off.
Ooh, same arm slot.
Little two-seam action, cut right into James Stein.
Great pitch. 0-2.
So fun to watch the pitch sequences for different pitchers across the country. See what he goes with here. Straight down screwball, strike 3, see you later. Morning, afternoon, and good night. James Stein first out.
That was a 15-second at bat, Sam.
At this rate, if he continues that, the warm-up will be longer than the inning. James Lee, second at bat, 0 for 1 in the game so far. Oof, tries it again, same sequence. Too much outside. Held up indeed. Nice hole from James Lee. You know he wants to get on base for his team. Third in the order, but make a big impact here.
Having a runner on base is such a crucial.
Oh yeah. Whew. Unloaded on one there was James Lee. He knows he missed it. Just under.
So Sam, tell us, if there's a runner on first, what are the ways that they can score in wiffle ball?
That'd be a double, triple, or a home run in this style. Oh, if he would have committed, it would have happened for him. Yeah, on a single, it's going to clear the bases with a double. And to get a double, it has to hit all the way to the wall. That's why you see Jordan Bonet so deep out there. Ball 3, full count to James Lee. And if he gets on base, you could see Adam Bonet scoot back to the wall as well.
To prevent the double.
To prevent that double, because there's a lot of ground to cover out there.
Great
Strike
pitch.
3 out, number 2 for Steve Tripsis. And here we go. Sylvie Serrano, the guy you want up. Nobody on, though. Gonna have to look to do some major damage. It's the guy you want up to do it, though. Experienced hitter, experienced wiffle ball player.
He is their captain and their best hitter.
Former champ. Yeah, you're right. The best hitter on the team. Oh, he wants that one back. He knows it, too. A little obscenity to himself. And we'll move on to the next pitch.
He's one of those guys that just has that presence. When you see him stepping in the box,
Yeah, you're immediately intimidated as the pitcher.
Yeah.
He-
Great approach to the game, along with all these Las Vegas Wiffler guys. And the intensity is going to ramp up here, 0-2 on both ends. Steve wants to get out of it. And he does on the pipe. There it goes. Bottom of the second inning we head. Thank you so much for. I mean, that was such a quick inning, fellas. I feel like we can just stay on a little bit unless James Lee's going to warm up.
Absolutely. And Sam, as we look, there are fans that have accumulated. Look at this.
I mean,
We see at least, that is a full section over here.
Love to see it. You know, looks like some Arizona Diamondbacks jerseys. Could be some Miracle League action happening. Some connections to Miracle League. Who knows? But
We
very
love to see
excited.
it. Wiffle ball brings the community together.
Absolutely. And what's great about wiffle ball, and maybe not this style so much, but everybody has their origin story, right? Everybody has that nostalgic feel when you get that yellow bat in your hands. Even though we're not playing with yellow right now. Tomorrow, for the All-Star Game, Home Run Derby, you'll see some yellow bat action in the All-Star Game. We're excited to see that, as Big League Wiffle Ball will be moving to yellow bat next year. But for now, we're going to continue on with this fast pitch realm in Season 1. We'll still have the fast pitch big barrel tournaments that will continue to happen, but yeah, exciting to see that nostalgic yellow bat make a return.
Absolutely. That's when you think of wiffle ball, you think of the yellow bat.
It's the purity in the sport that people love, that they understand and they know. And all these people out here, like, look at these bats. And you go to like different interviews and things, be like, these are the ones you use? Like, went to a meeting one time where there's some elderly people that were talking about their stories with wiffle ball, and I showed them one of the bats, and I could have hit a whole bunch of home runs with this thing. So yeah, you got to combat the 95 to 100 mile an hour with crazy movement somehow. James Lee back out there for inning number 2. Postseason schedule coming at you on the live stream here. OBombers and Las Vegas Wifflers facing off here at 10 a.m., followed by the Dallas Pandas and Boston Harbor Hawks, which will be next as they continue to warm up in the batting cages. We thank you for joining us on BLW YouTube Live here at the Miracle League of Arizona. Back to the top of the order for Las Vegas Wifflers. A walk in his first at-bat, Jay Ventresca back up to the plate. Low again, James Lee. Such a beautiful venue, beautiful backdrop.
It is incredible.
Straight down the middle. I think Jay would maybe, after the walk, maybe looking for a first strike here before starting to settle in and swing.
He's a very disciplined hitter.
When you can see palm trees, it just makes me happy. You know, almost got a hold of that one. Nice friendly bounce for James Lee and smokes it straight to the strike zone for the out. Obviously a ground out. You have to field it cleanly without letting it hit the ground, and then you have to throw it to the backstop, or you can hit the zone in front of it. You'll see a lot of people throw hard at the zone because if it misses the zone, they'll still hit the backstop behind it. You can't throw it soft at the zone, though, because it'll fall in front and then won't get there. Ooh, hello! Almost hits us in the booth. Tommy Hernandez, our PA announcer today, MC for the crowd.
Ooh.
Fans are expected today in the crowd here at Miracle League of Arizona, and culminating to the big event on Tuesday, where the championship will be played after a spring training game at Salt River Field. Very excited for that. Watch some spring training baseball, and ooh, got the strike there. That was a tough pitch. What were we going to say? I don't know. 2-2 count here to Jordan Bonet. 1 out.
There are no umpires.
No
Sam.
umpires, yeah.
It is a self-run, respect game.
Yeah, pitchers call those if it's going to be low or not. It's the pitcher's call. There is kind of a
Great
strike
great
three
pitch.
there.
Strike 3, 2 outs.
There's something in place for every play, right? If it's a fielding play, it's the fielder's call.
Yes.
And all these different things have a specific way to go about things. It's not base running. I feel like the only time you really need umpires is when you're adding in some base running in a competitive atmosphere. Yes. Although there are leagues and there are tournaments around the country that have base running that don't require any base running, but can lead to many arguments.
Yes.
Ball 1 on the slider from James Lee. Steve Tripsis. I don't know if that's how you say his last name. Trippis?
I believe it's Trepez.
Tripez?
Pitcher's friendly game so far.
Steve T.
Oh,
As you
Great
say that, he
pitch.
gets a hold of it. James Stein underneath makes the catch. Steve knows he just missed that one, and that'll do it. We'll head to the top of the third inning. We thank you for joining us on the live stream for YouTube BLW Playoffs Miracle League Arizona. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back for the third inning here at Miracle League of Arizona in Scottsdale, Arizona. Back again, 1-2-3 for Steve last inning. Let's see what he does here. James Stein leading it off again. Strike 1 on the screwball high.
Already 2 innings down, 3 more to go.
If we get to extra innings and it's still 0-0, we will go to a runner on second situation right away for extra innings.
Great.
Nice pitch. I mean, that was a high screwball and then a finger screwball that dives down low. 2 strikes there.
That is tough as a hitter.
Little fix of the strike zone. Steve gives the old thumbs up, and here we go.
And Sam, you mentioned a finger ball. Can you explain to everyone what that is?
Wow, you know, if I was successful at it, I'd probably be able to explain a little bit better, but it's basically the same pitch, but a lot of times you will see... Oh, and there it was. I mean, as we live and breathe, that was one of the better ones you'll see ever. I mean, it freezes hitters, and it's where they stick their finger just right in one of those holes. And it's the same exact grip, same exact hold, tightly grip, and when they let go and it comes out of that hole, it slows down the pitch instantly like a chain. And
there's
see it
another
again.
one.
Let it off with that one.
He's feeling it now.
And typically you can throw it just as hard.
Yeah.
And so that's why it's tricky as a hitter, because
Yeah, same arm angle, same arm slot, and it's that same arm speed that comes across.
Yes.
And it's confusing to the pitcher because it slows down so heavily.
Yeah, it looks like the exact same pitch, and then just about whenever you think it's going to be there, it feels like it stops midair.
for pitchers to take it to the elite level of pitching,
Absolutely.
they have to have a changeup or a finger ball in their arsenal.
Yeah, the three of us were just having that conversation in the car on the way here about how once you develop that finger ball, it does take you to that next level. And when you get to the tournaments around the country and you get to something like this that's so competitive, you'll see almost every pitcher has one. James Lee really feeling it there. Nice play by Jay Francesca. Makes the play for the out.
Great play.
Nice hit, nice play, nice pitch all the way around. That's just good wiffle ball right there, folks. Second out of the inning in the top of the third. Sylvie Serrano up.
And typically fast pitch is played on grass. So I think it's going to be interesting to see throughout the day how the ground balls are going to be played. So far, a lot of guys are making the play, getting their hands on the ball.
And it seems like so far all the hitters have rolled on top of these pitches. Mm-hmm. Ground balls are a little bit slower right now, but I'm sure it'll pick up in the heat of the day.
Yep.
Ooh,
pitch.
my goodness.
As the day goes on, Sam, it'll be interesting to see how the heat affects the pitchers and their longevity.
And just the teams in general on who has the most pitching depth to get them through, because it's going to be tough for pitchers to pitch two in this heat. Nice pitch.
Great pitch.
Little finger ball two-seam action there on the strike.
1-2 count.
1-2 count indeed. Yeah, 1-2 is your count. 0-0. 2 outs, top of the third inning here. Sylvie gets a hold of one, but right down Bonet, and that'll do it for the top of the third as Steve Treppis continues his dominance on the mound. Steve T. Bottom of the third inning we go here at Miracle League of Arizona. We're going to pull up that postseason schedule again for you all, just to take a look, and we have a couple more games. The winner of this game will have a 2-game break, so they'll be able to get some lunch, enjoy some time off before they face off against the Arizona Suaros, and the Dallas Pandas and Boston Harbor Hawks match up next. They'll face off against the Los Angeles Naturals around 4 p.m. We saw the Naturals come here. They got some breakfast this morning, and now they're in attendance here, checking out the first game, checking out the venue, and then you'll have the winner, the 2-7 winner versus the 3-6 winner. A lot of wiffle ball left to play today. It's basically like a full BLW tournament circuit series that we have here. We went to LA, we've been to Dallas, we've been to Scottsdale and Chicago this year. Back in Scottsdale we go for the playoffs.
And come back here. We'll be live all day.
All day long. We're going to stop each stream for each game, get you set up, so we will have a break in the action, and then we'll come back. But expect us to be pretty much live as soon as we get the scoreboard set up for the next one, and we'll keep it rolling. Next 2 games, we'll have Tommy Hernandez and Josh Wheeler in the booth. And then Gus and I will be back with Josh for the 2:30 and 4 o'clock matchups. Maybe even 5:30, depending on what happens in our game. Gus, who knows?
We shall see.
Wonderful day of wiffle ball here in Arizona. The heat rises, but so does the play on the field. Adam Bonet, swing and a miss. Oh, Adam getting his walk-up song here.
Little Britney Spears action.
Oh, he wants to hit it, baby, one more time indeed.
And yes, he does. If Debbie's on there.
strike 2. James Lee, 0-2 count to start off his bottom of the 3rd. Most of these games today you feel like are just going to come down to who gets that big hit. Which honestly is what fast pitch football does.
And
Strike 3.
3 pitches, a strikeout. James Lee is looking pretty good on the mound.
Looking great, and I feel like James Lee's going to have to lead it all day for these guys, but he's done it before. He's pitched 3 games in a row in LA. It was hot in LA, so maybe not as hot as it is here in Scottsdale, but James Stein really feeling it in the outfield, giving a little dance and moves. Jay Ventresca back up again. Has a walk, has a ground out today. Josh Wheeler scoring everything on Grand Slam Systems.
Great pitch.
One of the sponsors for BLW. I'm not quite sure where it is, but can't see those. After this inning, we'll go through our sponsors and thank them for everything. For a great season of BLW.
That has been a great season, Sam.
Fantastic season. Great, fantastic experience. You know, BLW puts on such a great show across the board. Tournaments have been impeccable.
Thankful for Logan Rose and the Rose family for all they do for wiffle ball and BLW.
BLW really paving the way, I feel like, for a lot of new things in wiffle ball.
Different experiences.
Yeah. Experiences that a lot of these wifflers would have never or will never experience.
Great drop
Getting
ball
those
there.
opportunities.
That is such a violent drop ball that James Lee has.
Yeah. And like we've talked about, it's that late movement for the drop in the screwball that makes it look like it's coming in a lot faster.
Yeah.
Out of his hand, it's like almost like in an 80 mile an hour, and then after the movement, it goes to 90.
Oof.
Tries to finger ball it there. Full count. Jay Ventresca works another full count here. Again, that experience plays for Jay Ventresca. Has seen almost every pitcher in this country.
Big pitch. Oof.
Holds
Way to
on that one.
hold.
Tough hold.
Very
Gets
tough
the
hold.
walk. Runner on first. Jay Ventresca back on base for the Las Vegas Wifflers. 1 out.
Jordan Bonet up to bat.
Jordan Bonet looking to get on base for the first time for his team. As James Stein moves in to the infield.
That's what's challenging about only having 3 people on
Yeah,
the team
it's
is
tough.
they're missing a fielder.
I mean, they want to turn 2 here to end it, but a double.
Especially on the
Yeah.
surface, Sam. If the ball
Yeah.
gets past him, it's going to hit the fence.
Now, all Jordan has to do is hit it hard, find a hole, and it's going to go there. And it'll score the first run of BLW playoffs.
Oof.
Did not hit. Went down low on that one.
0-2 to start it early.
Such a great location for James Lee. Start your drop ball middle zone. Drops right underneath. Swings over it.
He's got a lot to work with here. Let's see what he has in his arsenal.
Again, it goes right back to it. Slows it down a little bit, though. Strike 3. Second out for James Lee in a big spot. Now James Stein can move backwards. They still have the easy out to second. Just has to be between Sylvie and James to make that play.
Steve has been on him,
he
though.
has. I think James
I
Lee's
wouldn't-
really got to be careful here.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see James pitch around him a little bit.
Steve smoked one to center field in his last at-bat. Right in the hands of James Stein, though. Oof. That's a pitch he's going to want back for sure. 1-1 count. Big pitch.
Oof.
Finger ball, screwball high. 2-1 count. Steve's seen enough of those in his day to know to lay off.
Trying to get his timing off.
And the crowd continues to rise here. Wow. My goodness, that had the makings of being close to a triple-digit number on the radar there.
I mean, Sam, who wouldn't want to miss this? Arizona is coming out
Arizona's
for BLW.
I know, absolutely. I mean, even if you're just driving by, I mean, the venue itself is great. And the more fans that are going to attend, it's going to look like this place is just packed to the brim. Oh my goodness.
gosh.
The 12-6 comes out, just misses the zone. Full count for James Lee. That was a great time to pull that out in a big spot. If he would have hit, how hyped would the O-Bombers have been coming off the field here, ending the third? Big pitch here. Big moment in this game. And he goes through. What a pitch. Steve knows he missed that one, and that'll do it for the third inning. What a game you are seeing here, folks, at Dan Herron Field, the Miracle League of Arizona. Thanks for joining us on the live stream for BLW Playoffs. We'll be back for the fourth inning shortly.
Interesting.
Strike one for Steve T on the mound.
That's good to know for
Strike
pitcher.
one to James Stein. James,
That was disgusting.
James Stein has led off in the past couple innings. This is third inning in a row leading off, so that means they've gone 1-2-3 with only a three-man lineup. They would love to get on base here, put some pressure on Steve. Hasn't been since the first batter of the game where they've had somebody on base. Big swing and a nice pitch. Out number one as he goes 1-2-3 again to James Stein.
I feel like that's every at-bat he's had the past three at-bats has been 1,
I
2,
mean,
3
Steve,
pitches.
to James's credit, yeah, Steve's pitching is fantastic right now, and his sequencing is great. Spots, hitting the spots he wants to. James Lee back up, pitcher against pitcher here. Strike number one.
Now, for the O-Bombers, I know Sylvie throws. Does Stein also throw?
He does. He's more of that crafty veteran guy. He's not going to
Doesn't throw
speed
quick.
you up. Yeah, but he has a lot of pitches. I think he would actually benefit some teams in the medium pitch style. You know, the yellow bat.
Yes,
speed
yes.
limit.
Yeah.
He has, and he's had some very good career hits. He's played the yard style in the East
Oh.
Coast. Hit him in the
your
head.
head. It's a single.
That's a single.
Yes. Yes.
It's batter call at that point. There's an argument going on. Should hair count? Hair is a part of the body, so it should count. I mean, in the end, the pitch was wild.
It is up to the batter.
If the batter says it hit his head, it hit his head. It had to have been hair because it did not make a hard sound of skull anywhere. Getting Commissioner Logan Rose here. I mean, I think it's a walk. I think he turned away from the ball. It's not like, and if anything, he was trying to get away from it, and it still hit him.
Yeah.
It's an immense wild pitch. He tried to get away from it.
It's unfortunate, but rules are rules.
Yeah. Oh, almost does it again, and they're going to take a strike there absolutely after that.
This game is getting a little heated, and with it being a 0-0 game in the top of the fourth inning,
that's a tough spot. But same. I mean, it's a rule, and it just stinks. It's the leadoff batter, or not the leadoff, but the first runner that they've had in 3 innings. But Steve goes right back to it.
It is up to the batter.
Yeah. James isn't going to lie. If it hit him, it hit him. Oh my goodness gracious. That's the best pitch of the day right there. Huge pitch. I mean, if you're a righty on that, it's going to hit the shoulder blade on your left side.
Yep.
And it just dives into a strike down the middle. This is good for James Stein to get your second at-bat of an inning, runner on first.
He's been struggling a little bit, yeah. But he's seen a lot of pitches, so anything can happen.
Adam Bonet now moving back to cover the double. Oh,
great first pitch.
Never mind, that was the best pitch of the day so far.
Top corner.
And it's so deadly when you have a pitch that has variations.
Yes.
So he has a drop that's going to be a little bit more 12-6, and then that slide drop variation, and it makes it really hard on a hitter.
As all the children shout language.
They chose to be here.
Oh no. Hopefully they signed a language waiver. Sorry about that, folks.
0-2 count. James Stein has dug himself in a hole again.
And 3 pitches. That's like the 4th at bat in a row. James Stein struggling right now. Bottom of the 4th inning, and we want to thank all of our sponsors here, folks. First, we're going to start with Grand Slam Systems. Grand Slam Systems is used in all of BLW's. Grand Slam Systems is your source for all stats that you need in-game, post-game, and throughout the league. Grand Slam Systems, thank you so much. Also, we want to thank Pinnacle Aviation 35. Thank you, Pinnacle Aviation, for everything you do for BLW. Along with Fanatics, the winner of today, $5,000 in fan cash.
Wow.
Gus and Josh, what could we do with $5,000 in fan cash?
Buy some jerseys.
Jerseys.
What else can you do with fan
What would be
cash?
your jersey of choice, Josh, if you could purchase any jersey, any era, any sport from Fanatics? What would you purchase? That's a good question.
That's a difficult question.
Isn't it
Sam.
difficult?
Put me on the spot.
What sport would it be?
I
They
think-
just pick that.
Baseball. I like baseball jerseys.
We can give you time to think, too.
I think I would go with, I can't think of, like the Ozzie Smith era.
Oh, you pick mine.
Yep.
Ozzie Smith.
Yep. I think that's what I would go
I think I would do the old school blue.
Yeah, baby
Ozzie
blue.
Smith. Yep.
I actually own that
Well,
jersey
Josh,
already.
Well, Josh
so-
and I have the same one. What about you, Gus?
Oh, great question, Sam.
NBA one would be cool too, like an old Michael Jordan or something. Reggie Miller, Pacers, that would be my guy. Anything, Gus, come to mind?
That's the beauty of Fanatics, is because they have
Everything.
any era,
Any sport?
any sport,
Yeah.
you can get a jersey, and they are nice quality jerseys.
Nice quality jerseys indeed. Thank you, Fanatics. And Fan Cash is coming to the winner indeed. We also want to thank iConnections and Sessa Capital. Thank you all for your support for BLW and the BLW playoffs culminating today. Bottom of the 4th we go. Las Vegas Wifflers would love to make some noise right now so that their pitcher Steve can just pitch one more, get done with this game, and get out of the heat. Low indeed. The heat is going to play a factor, as you said, Gus. I mean, you almost want these games to just go 5 for the pitcher's sakes, especially for a team like this where, into the outfield it goes. That'll drop, and it'll be for a single. For all of you that are watching again, anytime the ball is hit to the outfield, it has to get to the wall for a double, even though it hit in the outfield. But it drops in for a nice little single.
That was a great hit, great approach.
And that's the first true hit of the game. There's an error in the
yes.
first inning, but the first true hit.
And it is unfortunate because the O-Bombers could have caught that if they had an extra fielder.
Yeah, maybe if their outfielder was out there, or if
No,
you're right.
person in right field.
You're right. The second baseman could have ran out there and probably made that catch.
It was floating, but O-Bombers need to bring another player next time, I guess.
Bombers struggled to find another guy to join them that was on their roster from the original one. It's tough to get off work sometimes with a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday
Absolutely.
schedule, but these three made it work for their team to hopefully get a chance to do something special. Jay Ventresca backup has been having some fantastic at-bats for the Las Vegas Wifflers. Would love to get another walk here.
Great pitch.
He said
Great
no,
pitch.
but it indeed hit. Oh, yeah, hit the corner indeed. What a pitch from James Lee. That rose just up to hit that bottom corner. There's nothing better as a pitcher than hitting one of those corner pipes, Josh. And there's nothing worse as a hitter.
Yeah, it's always frustrating.
It really just messes with your psyche as a hitter. But as a pitcher, it just gives you that boost you need. 2-1 count.
James' velocity, I think, is slipping a little bit.
It is dying a little bit, but who knows? Maybe he just...
Oh!
That looked really... And that's a double. That'll do it. That's a run.
Run.
Scores the run, and that's exactly what they needed to do. 1-0. Las Vegas Wifflers on a huge hit from Jay Ventresca, who will be on second base for Jordan Bonet coming up. And that could be the blow that sends the O-Bombers home.
Yep.
1-0, Las Vegas Wifflers. What a hit from Jay.
Finally got to him.
Yeah. Huge striking pitch and swing there. Jordan Bonet trigger happy here. Wow. What a pitch. But what a hit to come back to it. I mean, it's good wiffle ball around here. Dan Heron Field, Miracle League of Arizona. Oof. Finger ball up. Now this is runner on second, so you see James Stein now into the single line. They have to prevent the clean single now. So somebody's got to get a hand on it, make it a dirty single, keeps him on third. I know James Lee would much more enjoy a strikeout here.
And there's still no outs.
Yeah. Strikeout
Lots
would
of
be big.
chances.
Then you can keep the infield in, hopefully for a double play. Hesitation. And the pitch. Strike three, big out there. One out now, and now they can play double play action here.
No, there's a runner on second, Sam.
They cannot play double play action here, but they could walk Steve and then do it.
I don't know if that's the best strategy.
No, not at all. Just let James Lee go to work here.
Oh,
Oh, the chance of
Quick.
"Let's Go Steve" got in his head, and watches that one. Tommy Hernandez as the MCPA guys, a great choice.
great pitch again. Hit nicked.
Great swing.
Yeah, very far ahead of that was Steve T. 0-2 count. James Lee just wants to get out of this inning, give the O-Bombers a chance here to get to Steve in the top of the fifth.
Oh,
12-6 pulls it out. Ball just missed outside.
That's the thing with that pitch. It's a great pitch, but you're gonna have to locate it because I think
They're not swinging.
9 out of 10
Yeah.
times, you're gonna get frozen on that.
Very
you
much
gotta
so.
hit the zone.
Oh, but he's finger ball there. Strike three. James Lee out number 2. Here comes the guy that started it all, Adam Bonet, going to the right side now. Clean single will blow this game open with a 2-run lead. We say blow it open because then it just prevents that solo home run. As long as Steve can keep people off base, the pressure's off.
the way Steve's pitching, we shall see. But he is locating.
Yeah.
I'd be shocked if I saw a home run this next inning.
And what a huge, momentum swing for them too, going into game number 2, because
Yep.
they know that they're going to have to really save some arms here if they're going to make it far.
Yep.
Jordan Bonet, obviously one of the best pitchers in the country. They have not deployed him yet this tournament, but they do that a lot in their tournaments. They wait to deploy Jordan until the very end. Adam's still on it. 1-2 count. Adam Bonet.
Oh,
It is.
there it is.
Finally located in an incredible pitch. And that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th, but not before a Jay Ventresca double scores Adam Bonet for the first run of the game. 1-0 Las Vegas Wifflers. Steve T coming out to the mound to close it out for the Wifflers. And we're back for the 5th inning. Could be the final inning, but the OBombers trying to prevent it. James Lee to start it off. Gave up a run to Jay Ventresca double last inning. Oh, and he tried to do it with one swing of the bat. James Lee wants to make his mark offensively. He's done so much on the mound for the OBombers and so much for the teams he's played for. Most of the highlight videos of him are all on the pitching side of things.
Yeah.
He wants to prove it with his bat too. James Lee entering the BLW draft. That will be on April 11th, and you got to believe he's going to get picked up in one of the 2 rounds. Not only has he proven it in tournaments, but he's proving it again here on the biggest stage for BLW. And he hits it right at him for a single. That's a huge hit for the kid. James Lee, big single. And that draft stock continues to rise, fellas. And this is the guy you want up in this situation with no outs. Runner on first. Ooh. That was a good pitch from Steve to miss the zone up. You saw him swing down on it.
What do you think about the Las Vegas Wifflers defense right now? I am shocked to not see 2 at the fence to prevent the double.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe they think Jordan Bonet's fast enough. He can get there.
They're going for the double play, but interesting defense.
Oh, could he get there? It's foul ball. Just goes foul. It's 2 strikes though. Steve would love to end this right here with a strikeout, get Sylvie out, and then just have both the James to deal with for the last 2 outs.
Looks like Sylvie's bat got bent.
Oh no, and that's a Nerf. It looks like
is a nice
it got
bat.
loose. The Nerf modular got loose from the handle.
He's looking for a new bat. He's got a new bat.
Oh nope, he's just gonna use it. Looks like
It is a little
shaky.
It is a little shaky. Looks a little bent, but he is.
Reminds me of that song. Shaky, 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 shaky,
Sticking with it.
shaky.
Yikes.
We'll see how this fares in a 0-2 count.
Well, he'll shake
Big
it off
spot
there, and here we go.
Wow.
Right at him. Could he turn 2? This could be it, folks. 1 out, and he got it. Oh my gosh, barely nicks the corner, and that is a double play. Huge double play.
Huge double play,
I mean,
Sam. No runners on base anymore.
Wow.
Sylvie, that was his 4th hit back to the pitcher this
That's
game.
wild. Yeah. He does that a lot. It seems like so much contact from Sylvia Serrano. Just missed it. It all comes down to this. James Stein, the last hope for the O-Bombers.
You would think.
I mean, this is a chance for his draft stock to rise, too. I mean, this is a big situation on a big stage right here.
Great
Ball
eye,
one.
great eye. You think with 2 outs here, he's going to be swinging for the fences to try to tie it?
I don't know. I think you pass the bat. You see James Lee and Sylvie hitting well against Steve. You haven't hit well. I would almost...
Good eye again.
Yeah, I mean, I would almost wait for a strike or, sit one pitch at this point. Especially 2-0 now. You want to get on base for your team, give your team a chance. Hitting a double to the wall is a lot easier than hitting a solo home run.
Big pitch here.
Oh, and he hits it!
No way.
Unbelievable!
Wow.
James
And a home
Stein!
run.
Oh my!
Ties
Oh
the game.
my gosh! Home run! Unbelievable! He rounds the bases, roars, knocks over the strike zone. Wow! Ladies and gentlemen,
With 2 outs. 2 outs, last batter.
I'm
up to
flabbergasted, fellas. I mean, that is unbelievable. James Stein comes up enormous for his team with a home run.
that. We did not expect that.
No.
The crowd did not expect
And
that.
the game continues. Ding dong, daddy hack there.
Oh, and James comes up swinging first pitch.
That was a line drive, home run, opposite field.
Sam, I didn't think that one was going to go out.
I didn't either.
No.
I thought it was going to be a triple. Maybe even a double drop low. But, oh, man. What a piece of hitting from James Stein.
That was
2-0
incredible.
count.
Great
Nice,
pitch.
great second pitch.
Oh,
Wow.
well, my heart rate's up, fellas. I tell you what.
That was awesome.
Everyone stood up here in the booth. We
This
were
first game has it all.
quite excited. First home run of the day for BLW playoffs. Wow.
Those of you watching, you are in for a treat.
We talk about draft stock rising and James Stein doing it right there. I mean, that's just crazy to do it against one of the best teams in one of the craziest moments. And we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's not over, folks. The regulation game is not over. We are not in extras yet. The Las Vegas Wifflers got to James Lee last inning. James Lee's going to have to lock it back in. Did Stein give enough momentum to his pitcher to continue this into extras? Only time will tell. Thank you for joining us on the live stream for BLW YouTube. Bottom of the 5th is next. Oh, man, we're catching our breath after that one, folks. 1-1 your score here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I mean, Josh, unexpected turn of events here.
That was incredible, and you got to give the props to Steen there for, we were talking, his passive bats, he was having some tough ABs, he was getting piped up quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, for him to come up and
start off
clutching it.
2-0
Yeah.
and then hit it the other way and go for it.
Yeah, that was huge.
Ooh, great eye.
Yeah, Jay Ventresco, one of the best in the game here to do it. I mean,
No wonder he's their leadoff hitter.
Oh, yeah.
He has a fantastic eye. He knows where the ball's going.
Leads off for the Wifflers every time, and they know that he's the guy
No,
that
they're
the
great.
Wifflers always want to get on base and set the table for their team. Jay Ventresca 2-0 count here.
Hitters count.
How do you think James Stein's feeling out there, guys? Just like jacked. You know, he's like, I just did that. Get him. Hands on the hips. He's pacing a little bit.
His heart's definitely pumping
Oh,
still.
yeah. The blood is pumping for sure. 3-0 count here, though. This is not where James Lee wants to be.
Not what he is looking for.
It's tough, though, because you have to avoid his barrel, because Jay Ventresca can hit it anywhere. But a walk is not a good sign to start it off here, especially on 4 pitches like that. Runner on first.
It'll be interesting how they deploy the defense here with 2 in the outfield.
Here come the Wifflers.
I feel like, what do they do? You want the...
You almost have to...
You need someone in the outfield.
Yep, you need them both. I put them both in the outfield.
Hope for strikeouts?
Yep, and I just let James Lee go to work.
I think I'm there with you, Sam.
No. Not going to matter. Oh, stops the single. Wow. First and third, we are here. That was a clean single through the infield. First and third.
At this point,
What a hit.
You need them both in the infield.
Yeah, now you have to keep them in the infield. You got to turn a double play and hit the board, right?
Yep, you have to hit the
Yep.
zone.
They're discussing what they're gonna do, but that's the right play.
Can they go home and hold the runner at third, though?
They also have to hit the board if they
Really?
go home. Yep.
So no matter what, they got to hit board.
Yep.
And it looks
going
like
to the
for
outfield.
some reason he's going to the outfield. Interesting play here.
I mean, a single wins it. Dirty single wins it.
I wonder if they know that, Sam.
Well, you would love to see...
Especially we have a lefty up to bat.
And they're not on the left side. Yeah. Wow, they are just swing happy right now, swinging on James Lee. The Wifflers are feeling it.
They are on him. They've seen him enough today.
Yeah. This is an experienced team. Once you see a pitcher this many times. Yep. Single will win it here. A dirty single will win it here. The cameras are out here at Miracle League in Arizona. Ball
James.
1.
James needs to throw in some changeups. He needs to get their timing off.
There are no wild pitches, so a wild pitch will not end it, which I like. You know, you would hate for this game to end on a wild pitch right here, especially when the zone. And there it is. That'll do it. It does. That's fair ball.
It was fair.
Fair ball indeed.
It was fair.
It was a fair ball. That'll do it. Game over. The Wifflers take the victory over the OBombers. What a game, guys. What a game. James Stein comes with a home run in clutch. But unbelievable game from both teams. Unbelievable pitching from both players. And the hitting played out today. What a game, guys.
That was a great game. Good job in the booth, Sam, Josh. Always a pleasure.
All right, we'll be back, everybody, for game number 2.
It was fair.
I just want to see it.
Game number 2 for coming up next, the Boston Harbor Hawks versus the Dallas Pandas. We thank you for joining us. Las Vegas Wifflers 2, OBombers 1. Your final score. We'll see you for playoffs.